Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to this explainer on the deep unknown. Today, we're exploring the awe-inspiring mysteries hidden beneath the waves of our very own planet. It's going to be an absolutely fascinating journey into the dark, so buckle up.
70%. Just let that sink in for a second. That is how much of our planet is covered by the ocean. Yet, despite being literally the most dominant feature of Earth, experts estimate that the vast majority of it remains completely unexplored. I mean, we honestly know more about the surface of the moon than we do about the deep waters of our own home. Crazy, right? So, here is our roadmap for today's descent. We'll be covering 1. Sunken anomalies and legends. 2. Sea monsters and myths. 3. Bizarre deep-sea phenomena. And 4. The unexplored abyss.
Section 1. Sunken anomalies and legends. You know, for as long as we've been sailing, humanity's been absolutely fascinated by the idea of ancient structures, entire lost cities, and massive ships just being swallowed up by the sea, never to be seen again. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is these mysteries aren't just ancient history. Sure, we have Plato talking about Atlantis thousands of years ago in ancient times, but startling anomalies are constantly being tracked and debated right up to the modern day. Things like the massive sound called the Bloop in 1997, the giant squid finally photographed in 2004, or the Baltic Sea anomaly discovered as recently as 2011.
Let's look a little closer at two of the most enduring legends. First up, the lost city of Atlantis. Described by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, it sparked a relentless century-spanning debate. Was it a real civilization swallowed by the sea or just a symbolic story? Despite countless expeditions, we have zero conclusive evidence. Then you have the Bermuda Triangle, that vast region stretching between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, infamous for disappearing ships and aircraft. Despite all the movies and endless sci-fi theories, scientists actually point to very grounded explanations here, like wild weather, tricky ocean currents, and navigation errors. But hey, the legend stubbornly continues to capture our collective imagination. But what happens when we actually find something huge? Let's take a look at the Yonaguni Monument. Just off the coast of Japan lies this enormous underwater rock formation that looks incredibly like giant staircases and terraces. On one side of the ongoing debate, you have the theory that these are the remains of an ancient, lost civilization. On the other side, you have the grounded scientific reality arguing it's just a really weird natural geological formation. The truth? Its definitive origin remains completely uncertain, which just keeps the mystery totally alive.
We see a very similar myth versus reality debate with the Baltic Sea anomaly. Discovered by Swedish explorers back in 2011, sitting nearly 300 feet down, this massive circular object immediately sparked intense theories. Was it a crashed UFO? An ancient ruin? While many geologists firmly believe it's simply a natural rock formation created during the Ice Age. However, the unusual shape is so distinct that no single explanation has completely ended the debate among the public. It really does look like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Section 2. Sea monsters and myths.
So if sunken civilizations and structural anomalies are highly debatable, what about the terrifying things actually moving around in the water? Let's talk about the biological and sonic mysteries of the deep. Back in 1997, acoustic sensors picked up something incredible. It was dubbed the Bloop, and it was literally one of the loudest underwater sounds ever detected. The scale of this thing was immense. It was heard thousands of kilometers away. For years, people speculated it was a massive, undocumented sea monster far larger than any known whale. But researchers eventually uncovered a surprising scientific conclusion. The sound was actually the acoustic signature of cracking Antarctic ice. Even with the mystery solved, though, the sheer power of that event remains utterly captivating.
But sometimes, the monsters turn out to be completely real. Take a look at the deep-sea giant squid. For centuries, sailors terrified each other with tales of enormous, tentacled sea monsters attacking ships. These were largely dismissed as pure myth. That is, until scientists finally photographed one alive in its natural habitat in 2004. And this brilliantly illustrates just how little we actually know about these elusive creatures. It took us until the era of flip phones and broadband internet just to get a picture of one alive, proving that sometimes the wildest legends are rooted in cold, hard scientific fact.
Section 3. Bizarre deep-sea phenomena.
As we continue our descent into the ocean's depths, we're leaving the creatures behind and entering a realm of mind-bending chemical and geological wonders. Believe it or not, there are literal rivers flowing beneath the ocean's surface. Let me explain how this bizarre concept works. These underwater rivers form because of density. When extremely salty water, which is heavier and denser than regular seawater, pools and flows along the seafloor, it creates distinct, flowing channels. They literally have their own currents, their own banks, and they look remarkably similar to rivers you'd see on land. It is an absolutely fascinating natural mechanic of the deep sea.
Another breathtaking phenomenon? Bioluminescent seas. In certain parts of the world, the ocean suddenly glows a brilliant, almost magical, bright blue at night. The biology behind this is astonishing. It's caused by tiny, microscopic marine organisms.
When they're agitated by waves, they produce light through a rapid internal chemical reaction. It's incredible to think that such a massive, stunning visual impact is created by billions upon billions of tiny marine organisms working perfectly together.
But here is where the mystery creeps back in. Why do massive glowing events suddenly occur in certain regions? We know exactly how the light is made. We understand the chemical reaction perfectly, but the trigger? Scientists still don't fully know why these massive glowing blooms happen spontaneously in specific areas and not others. The ocean still tightly guards her secrets.
Section 4. The Unexplored Abyss. Which brings us to our final descent. We are now plunging into the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean, a place where human knowledge hits its absolute limit. 11 kilometers. That is nearly 7 miles straight down. To put that into perspective, if you dropped Mount Everest into this part of the ocean, its peak would still be more than a mile underwater. This is the extreme, crushing depth of our next destination.
That 11-kilometer drop lands you directly in the Mariana Trench. It is the deepest known place on Earth. Down here, the immense pressure makes human and even robotic exploration incredibly difficult and highly dangerous. I mean, it could crush conventional equipment in an instant. Yet, against all odds, life astonishingly finds a way. Bizarre, alien-like creatures survive and thrive down here in absolute freezing darkness.
So the crucial point is 75%. Despite all our modern technology, our advanced submarines, and our sonar mapping, experts estimate that more than 75% of the ocean floor has yet to be explored in any significant detail. We are essentially living on a planet that we barely know.
And this brings us to the greatest mystery of all, our own human ignorance. Every single time a new expedition ventures into the unexplored ocean, they find something groundbreaking. They discover strange animals we've never cataloged, hidden ecosystems thriving in extreme conditions, and completely unexpected geological structures. It validates your curiosity, doesn't it? It proves that there are countless secrets still down there, just waiting to be uncovered by the next generation of explorers.
As we wrap up this explainer and return to the surface, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. Which ocean mystery fascinated you the most today, and what else do you think is hiding out there in the dark? We've talked about lost cities, giant squids, and underwater rivers, but that barely scratches the surface, or rather, the ocean floor. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious about the deep unknown.